Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I get started with the lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakwadash. Of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Shalom to all you sincere Akim, preaching this word in all truth and in sincerity. So this is Micah 2 and verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Right, so our mind should not be wrapped around, this place, man. Wrapped around in trying to make it or be somebody in the society, man, within Esau's system. That's why the scripture says to arise ye and depart. And it's talking about spiritually, man, mentally. Okay, because we can't leave this place, physically, because wherever we go in the world, we're still Slovakia. We can't leave this place physically. I mean, you can. But wherever you go, you're still going to be subjugated to Esau, man. To the devil. Whether you flee to Mexico, Canada, Africa, wherever you go, okay, you're going to be subjugated to your enemy, man. As it tells you in Deuteronomy 28, that you're going to go to your enemies for the want of all things. Alright? It says, "For this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you." This place is highly polluted. The entertainment you watch, okay, when you relax, it's polluted. Okay? The food you eat is polluted. It's GMO. Even if it says non-GMO, the water they're using to grow it, it's got fucking parasites, different chemicals in it. The air you breathe, it's modified. It's got borium, aluminum in it. Okay. Even down to your woman. Alright, like I was telling the brothers last night. Even your woman's polluted, man. Her mind is all fucked up. The stuff she eats, the stuff she puts on herself, it's all polluted. If you love this place, man, ultimately it's going to destroy you, man. So I'm going to jump to chapter 4, Slovakia. This is Micah 4 and 10. "Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city," meaning we would be exiled from our land. Okay, which our land, of course, is in the Middle East. Okay, Jerusalem, as it tells you in Galatians, says Jerusalem, which is free, is the mother of us all. So everybody on the planet Earth, their spirits, okay, spawned or were created and placed in the Middle East, man. Primarily, you had the Adamites that were ruling the Garden of Eden, which when you read in Genesis, it tells you that the garden was formed eastward in Eden, which is the Middle East. Okay, the whole planet itself is called Eden, which in the Hebrew is Idan, which means paradise or joy. All right, and the Adamites ruled over that, which the Adamites, after Adam, they were known as the Nephilim. Okay, the sons of the power. Okay, and they are the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And through transgression, sin, we were exiled from that land, and we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why it says, "For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon." Which there was an ancient Babylon, but this this is New Babylon, the Great, as it speaks about in Revelation, the 18th chapter. The merchant city, New Babylon, Babylon the Great. Okay. It says, "There shalt thou be delivered. There Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies." So we're captive here, man. And like I said before, you can't leave this place, physically, like, you can't just run from this captivity. These curses, they'll follow you wherever you go. All right? That's why we have to have faith in Yahweh Shai and do as they command us. Because right here in 4 and 10, it says, "There shalt thou be delivered. There Yahweh Shai shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies." Okay. Now I found this article. All right. It says UK lockdown rules. France, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, and all Europe countries' national stay-at-home guide. And this was published today. Okay, the 2nd of November, 2020. And it goes into how these 5 to 15, however, countries there are in Europe are under a second lockdown. And if not a second lockdown, partial second lockdown. Because some of them are locked down and some of them are partially locked down. Meaning certain businesses and civil buildings are either fully locked down or they're partially locked down. Like you could access them at a certain amount of time, a certain time of day, But this goes to show you, man, that your mind really shouldn't be into trying to make it in this society, in this system, because it's all coming to naught. Okay, America is just an extension of Britain, okay, which is the UK, and America is just an extension of it. So whatever is going on right there in Europe, it's going to go on here in America, man, in a sense of them, locking down. And that's prophecy, man. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse, I'm going to start at 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." And we see a lot of sedition going on, a lot of protests. Okay, France and London, okay, they've been having a lot of protests, a lot of civil unrest, because not only the migrators that were fleeing Africa, and then a lot of shit that was going on with ISIS. You had a lot of Muslims out there running people over, stabbing people. But also what's going on because this whole COVID thing. People don't want to be locked down. They don't want to be contained and quarantined. So it's causing an uproar. It's causing sedition. It says, and invading one another. Soon they're going to start invading, civil buildings. Looking for mayors, governors, chief of police. Okay, invading each other's homes. Says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People are going to start not caring for what their political parties have to say, what the president has to say, their mayor has to say, what the police force has to say. People are just going to do whatever their intentions are for that moment. Whether they want to catch a body, whether they want to break into somebody's home for food, for their sexual perverseness, whatever. And when this thing really shuts down, a lot of people are going to be all psyched out because they can't get their medications. They can't get their psych meds. So they're really just going to listen to whatever their conscience tells them, which ultimately is demons, It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And France locked down, I've heard talks about Canada going into martial law, forcing people into, quarantine camps. People are going to desire to flee, but they're not going to be able to flee, man. They're going to have troops set up to lock these cities down. That a good movie to watch is that movie I Am Legend with Will Smith. And in the beginning of the movie, it was about an outbreak of a virus or disease of some sort. And what ended up happening was they were taking an X amount of people out of the city. People that were deemed, immune or deemed, unaffected by the virus or disease, whatever it was. And the rest of the people got left behind, and they locked down New York or whatever city that was in. And it shows you that the people that they were testing for the virus, because Will Smith's wife, they had tested her, and she came back positive, but he begged them to test her again, and it showed negative. So at the end of the day, it's really not going to matter, man. They're going to lock all you people down. Whether you're show symptoms, whether you're infected, or whether you're perfectly fine, they're not going to care. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yet people are going to be terrified at what's coming. Because, Esau's going to come down with great wrath, but it's going to lead to lawlessness. There's going to come a time where people are just going to get it in, man. They're going to just do what they want to do, until they set up and come for you people, man. which ultimately the end of that wrath of Esau is going to be you people in concentration camps, man, accepting or denying the mark of the beast, This is Romans 13 and 11. Says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So there it is, man. Understanding the times that we're in by seeing everything that's taking place in the world. That it is high time, to take your, to wipe the boogers out your eyes, man, to wake up, to get to work. That's why the apostles, chiefly Apostle Toar, said that all the brothers in Great Millstone should do a video a day. And, that's an order. It was an order, But also, what I was going to say was, man, what was I going to say? By him coming down and saying that, it should tell you that, that we're getting close, man. That we're at the end, So once again, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So it's near, man. It's closer. The one video a day, he said it's for brothers of Great Millstone. Now, I'm not in Great Millstone. But, I'm still doing these videos a week, one day a week. I mean, slacking one day, one video a day. It's because I could see that it is, it's that high time, man. It's time to get to work because, we're at the end, man. There's gonna come a time where you don't need to go out there no more. There's gonna come a time where we're in the kingdom, chilling. But as the scripture says, to give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. And their order was to excite and inspire those that believe, those that are going to be diligent, So, because all the evils that are coming on the world, don't let it scare you, It should motivate you. Because as it says, our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to deliver all those that believe, But how do you show that you believe? Number one is through faith. And you show your faith through your works, man. You show your faith through actions. Not just by saying you have faith. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.